A Thursday meeting of the Board of the Public Finance Authority resulted in approvals for bonds to be issued in the Frenchman's Reef development project.
Proceeds of the bonds will be used to finance and refinance certain eligible costs and expenses incurred by the hotel developer in connection with the renovation of the Frenchman's Reef resort. In terms of bond details and security, the Series 2022A bonds will be issued in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $43 million, shall mature not later than January 1, 2049, and shall bear interest at a fixed rate not to exceed 10% per annum. The Series 22A bonds will constitute special limited obligations of the authority payable solely from hotel occupancy tax revenues derived from the operation of the hotel. The Series 2022B bonds will be issued in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $20 million. They shall mature not later than January 1, 2049, and shall bear interest at a fixed rate not to exceed 13% per annum. The Series B bonds will constitute special limited obligations of the authority payable solely from economic recovery fee revenues derived from the operation of the hotel. The developer note will be delivered in an amount not to exceed $244,940,000, less the amount of any bond proceeds paid to the developer.
The bonds were issued in accordance with Title 29, Chapter 23 of the Virgin Islands Code, also known as the Hotel Development Act. The Act permits hotels that were significantly damaged by hurricanes to apply for hotel development and use parts of the hotel occupancy tax and the economic recovery fee levied on hotel guests to support rehabilitation expenses. The revenue generated from the hotel occupancy tax solely from the Frenchman's Reef project will be used to fund the debt service on the bonds. Frenchman's Reef is expected to have a soft opening in early December and will open fully around the middle of next year. The board also voted to enter into a scaled-down contractual agreement with Squire Patton Boggs, an international law firm. Over the past year, the firm has been paid roughly $60,000 a month to provide government relations services, which local counsel Kai Walker called very helpful. The firm has been working on issues relating to the Virgin Islands Next Generation Network, and their efforts have helped the initiative earn a number of grant awards for broadband projects across the territory. Squire Patton Boggs is also lending their efforts towards getting several bills passed during Congress's lame duck session, including the extension of rum cover-over payments. However, since the U.S. Congress was, quote, dormant between May and August of this year, Squire Patton has not been able to get much work done, as several of the initiatives the firm was involved in have ground to a halt. As a result, the new contract will have them provide services on an as-needed basis instead of receiving a regular retainer. At Thursday's meeting, the PFA board also approved the reappropriation of $60,000 stemming from a 2015 contract with Coastal Systems. Those funds will now be diverted to the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation for the completion of repairs to existing facilities.